Much like New Orleans, the city of San Antonio, Texas is no stranger to hauntings. It was originally established as a Spanish mission outpost in the early 18th century and later became the first civil municipality in what would later become the state of Texas, making it the oldest city in the largest state. I won't bore you with the rich history of the city. That's not what this video is about. Welcome to Melissa After Midnight, where we will talk about 5 very haunted places in San Antonio. The King Williams District lies along the San Antonio River in the heart of the city. Not only is it rich in history, it is rich in ghosts. Many of the houses in the neighborhood are reportedly haunted, such as the Ogay House, built in the mid-1800s. A woman named Sherry Megatagan bought the house in 1991 to turn the historic home into an inn. She began to sense that things were not normal shortly after the renovations began. She saw shadowy figures out of the corner of her eye and strange reflections in the kitchen, which is believed to be the old bedroom of Mrs. Ogay. The rumor is that she died in her bedroom, and her ghost has stayed there ever since, even after the renovations into a kitchen. One reported incident by Sherry was a strange wind blowing her herbs and spices away while she was cooking, despite having no fans and no drafts. This supposedly was a common occurrence. The ghost of Mrs. Ogay did not seem malevolent, however, just a bit of a trickster. The house is now a bed and breakfast, and many guests have reported ghostly activity while staying overnight. Let's travel a bit north to the Spanish Governor's Palace, a historic abode from the 1700s. Many have reported seeing ghosts of Native Americans and Spanish colonials, as well as experiencing several cold spots. One of the most haunted areas of the palace is actually a tree, the hanging tree. This is where countless people would meet their deaths from execution. You can still see marks on the limbs where the ropes pulled as people were hanged to death. Visitors have reported seeing the ghost of these executed swinging from the tree, repeating their deaths for hundreds of years. Many ghostly orbs have been spotted by the hanging tree by the many paranormal investigators who have traveled to the palace hunting for proof of the supernatural. The hanging tree is not the only haunted area of the palace. The whole building seems to have been the sites of ghost stories, including the sightings of children. There is a well on the property that is supposedly haunted by that of a young girl with dark hair. The spirit can be seen crying on the edge of the well. There are 2 theories about who this spirit was. One is that she was a girl who accidentally fell into the well and drowned. A worse theory is that she was a murder victim. A group of robbers allegedly came across her during their thievery. Fearing that she would get them caught, they bound her hands and feet and tossed her in the well, leaving her to die a horrible death. Which of these stories belong to the crying spirit? No one knows for sure. What we do know is that her ghost still haunts the well, lamenting her demise. Just south of San Antonio lies an intersection of Shane Road and a train track. This was allegedly the site of a horrible tragedy. The story goes that a nun was driving a school bus full of sleeping children when the bus suddenly stalled on the tracks, right when a train was rapidly approaching. Unable to evacuate the children, the nun was thrown through the window as the train ran straight through the bus, killing all the children inside. The nun survived, but was unable to live with the guilt. She decided to join the children and parked her car on the tracks, waiting for the next train. But instead of meeting death, she met a miracle. Her car started moving as if being pushed off the tracks. The nun looked around, but no one was there. It was then she noticed small handprints on the rear of her car. She believed that it was the spirits of the children who saved her from death. The story is a heartwarming one, and throughout the years, there have been many people who have attempted to recreate the ghostly activity, with many stories of people's cars mysteriously moving off the tracks and finding small handprints later. There have been theories that have been made debunking the phenomenon, but many people still believe that the children who died in the crash still haunt the tracks, doing their best to prevent anyone from sharing their fate. Our next story is about an old historic bridge located near the San Juan Mission. Its construction is riddled with stories of roadblocks and problems that were supposedly thrown at the builder by the devil himself. Despite the devil's attempts, the bridge was indeed completed and is known now as the Devil's Bridge. There have been many reports of paranormal activity on and near the bridge, from ghostly apparitions of Native Americans to mysterious EVPs by a ghost named Melvin, and the mysterious strong smell of rotten eggs. There have been reports of a headless female apparition who sneaks up on people at night. No one knows who she is, but everyone agrees that the encounters are truly terrifying. One report comes from a group of young friends who decided to visit the bridge and play with a Ouija board. Everyone knows how good of an idea that is. During their time there, they smelled rotten eggs and claimed to see something in the nearby bushes. They heard a strange scream, and the Ouija board began to spell out Murder X. Terrified, the group immediately got into their car and fled. Another legend of the bridge is that there is a ghost of a young girl dwelling under the bridge. If someone throws a rock into the water, she will catch it. Many people have tested this out, and they have reported that after throwing a rock over the edge, they don't hear any splash. Who could this rock-loving girl be? We may never know. Of course, anytime people talk about haunted San Antonio, there is always one location that comes up: the Alamo. A former Spanish mission, the Alamo is famous as the site of a bloody battle during the Texas Revolution. There was only one surviving Texan soldier. Because of this, there are no shortage of ghosts to be had at the building. One of these ghosts is believed to be that of William Travis, one of the 22 men sent from the battle to get help. He is seen as the fully formed spirit of a man in a cowboy hat, soaking wet as if he had just been caught in a rainstorm. Another apparition is that of one of the Alamo's defenders, though his identity is uncertain. He has been seen by many sticking his head out of one of the upper windows, surveying the area, and then retreating back inside. One of the most frequently spotted spirits is of a young blonde boy. He is said to be wandering the grounds as if searching for something. He is believed to be a boy who was evacuated from the battle and survived, but whose father perished. The young ghost returns every year to search for his long-lost father. The staff of the Alamo have also reported ghostly encounters. One is that of a Native American man who sneaks up on them in the basement before disappearing through a wall when spotted. A famous ghost is that of Davy Crockett himself. Crockett was a well-known frontiersman who died defending the Alamo. The story is that during the battle, he ran out of the Alamo with his flintlock rifle, and so began beating the invading soldiers with the butt of his rifle. It is said that his spirit can be seen in different areas, holding a rifle and standing at attention. What is your favorite haunted San Antonio location? Have you been to any of the places in this video? Comment down below. This is Melissa After Midnight, and this was only a fraction of the ghosts of San Antonio. Thank you for listening. Subscribe for more spooky stories and terrifying tales. Have sweet dreams.